Welcome to Cop for That. I am Dut. What is going on to the liver birds and liver boys all around the world? I am in sunny, funny New Jersey, USA. What a time to be a Red. Let's just dive in. Liverpool play Burnley away. Normally a tough game, but over Klopp's reign at the club, it has gotten easier and easier and easier. Funnily enough, every single year. So New Year's Day, a few years ago, obviously, in the last second of the game, we had the Lovren flick on and the Klavan header. And from that moment, we will always have Burnley. That was epic. That was one of the most cheered goals by any Liverpool supporter that year. I think it meant more because we were all still hungover from New Year's Eve, and it was New Year's Day. It was an early kick-off. It was just one of them. We needed to win it, and we won the game, and it was absolutely brilliant. And what scenes we saw at the end of the game. It was crazy. So a couple of years ago, I had the fantastic opportunity to meet the boys. I invited them into the suite that I was using for the Liverpool versus Manchester City pre-season game in New Jersey, USA. And the lads from the Anfield Rap bounced in, and I was talking to Craig, and I was talking to Robbo, and they'd just been interviewing Jurgen Klopp, and basically he said that was the most important game. That was the biggest win of his season that year, and it meant the most to him. And like I said, we will always have Burnley. It was kind of born off the back of that, and I always use that statement from now on. So we'll say it again. We'll always have Burnley. So the team news. Well, he's really going with his Champions League winning side. You know, he's trusting the likes of Wijnaldum in midfield, who is looking absolutely brilliant, by the way. Cool, Dutch, calm as you like on the ball. He's looking fast. He's looking ninja-like. He's dead quick. He's like he's got team of the season status on FIFA, and he's flying all over the pitch. Like he looks the real deal. The fact that my favourite player, James Milner, is sitting on the bench doesn't sit too well with me, but you know what? When the likes of Wijnaldum was playing superbly well, and you got to think back to last season, we were talking in the newspapers around about right now, why was this Fabinho fella bought? He's not playing. He really doesn't get a look until Crimbo. What's his role in the team? He's going to get sent back to Monaco on loan in Christmas. He's not going to get a kick. Well, him starting this season is like signing a brand new player all over again, because he's absolutely incredible. He's the best defensive midfielder in the league, and he's Inspector Gadget. His arms and his legs like multiply by 10 of the times coming off his body to make tackles. He's absolutely incredible. And the amount of movement he did in this game to actually make overlapping runs and make attacking runs, I was mind blown with his entire performance. And when he goes forwards, the likes of Henderson or Wijnaldum will just sit into his space. We out Burnley. It was bizarre. I mean, for me, the game was done in 10 minutes. I mean, Burnley basically set up like a 4-4-2. They've got two strikers who were big, strong rocks playing up front. And they kind of treat them like the Jamie Vardy. They play so many balls in behind Liverpool. They were offside so many times in the first 10 minutes. But they just couldn't get to the ball. Ashley Barnes is one of the most unbelievable strikers in the league currently. He's got 4 goals in 4 games. It makes him, right up there with the top English strikers in the league. And he was terrified of Virgil van Dijk to the point where he subbed off. And he subbed off because his head's about to go. He can't do nothing. He can't win a ball in the air against him. He can't beat him on the ground. He just can't beat him, and he's up against him the entire match, and his head just falls off. End of. Van Dijk and Matip, whoa, they're so good. Again, Trent, Robbo bombing forward, sticking in 900 crosses a game, looking fantastic. Our midfield looks insane. Barely pump balls forward. We just pump them back and say, go ahead, win the second ball. Like our front three never try and win the ball in the air. They pretend to jump. Salah does it. Bobby does it. Mane does it. They all just kind of jump up with the striker, and then the midfield are so fast, so aggressive on the ball that they win the second balls. It's frightening watching this team play. They're absolutely breathtaking. I mean, breathtaking. And you think as the half goes on, so like minute 40, you're worrying. You're thinking, oh my God, it's still 0-0. And Liverpool have had basically all of the ball the entire first half. And a little bit of seeded doubt creeps into your mind. But then you say to yourself, you know what? It's right before half time. We'll score in a minute. And surely enough, Trent Alexander-Arnold gets the ball on the right. Little give and go with Jordan Henderson. And he just pings one. And he's pinging it to the back post, but it takes a little flick off the defender. I think it's actually Ashley Barnes' back it hits. And it hits the defender and it loops into the upper 90. And the keeper kind of like, oh no, where's that going? Oh, straight in the top corner then, yeah. No. And that's that. It's 1-0 to Liverpool. And the way we play, one normally follows by two, and two normally follows by three. So we get the second goal is just awesome. I mean, they get the ball at left back, they try and play into midfield. It's broken up by Liverpool. It's Bobby Firmino off to the races. Salah on one wing, Mane on the other wing. It's a three on three, and he picks out Mane. Mane opens up his body and just slots the ball across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. I mean, he makes it look effortless. The technique behind the goal is just absolutely breathtaking, and he buries it to make it Liverpool 2. Audible, Burnley, no. Cough for that, Burnley, you beauts. And no disrespect to the Burnley beauts, but I really like Burnley. I think they're boss. I think they're a good addition to the English Premier League. So we go in at half time, and we're hungry for more. Now, it was funny because it was going into the second half, and I had a little conversation with myself, talked to myself quite a bit during the match, because obviously none of my mates today, they all live in England. Or my cousin, our kid, is living in where is he? He's in Colorado. He's in Colorado, yeah. So he's there. So like we all talk on a WhatsApp group, whatever. But I'm always watching the game on catch up, so I stay away from stuff like that because I was out with the kids all day. So I'm just thinking to myself, and I said it out loud as well. My wife's looking at me going, "What are you doing there? What? Like, shut up." And I'm like, "Pass the ball, you greedy beauts." And I'm just thinking, Mane and Salah get in situations where they should pass the Bobby, and they never do. And I just said it. I was just going like, what? There was a situation. I'm like, pass the ball to Bobby, and I'm thinking, Bobby's going to lose he's going to lose his marbles in a minute. He's going to go off his head. And I was obviously wrong, because the ball falls to Salah, and he goes wide right, and then he cuts inside like he does. And I'm thinking, just pass the ball, you greedy beaut. And then Bobby goes, you know what? Forget passing the ball to me. I'm just going to have it off, and he takes it off Salah, and he just buries it, and it's an absolutely brilliant goal. And I'm laughing to myself because I'm thinking, I was just saying that. It was great. He just took it into his own hands. But obviously then we get the situation where the ball flies over to Salah, and it's a brilliant counter-attack against Burnley again. And the ball falls out to Salah, and he's got a moment where he could have just pinged it into Mane, and Mane scores. But it was a tough pass, because the opportunities to get the ball through the defence to get it to Mane, it was instant. It had to be instant, and it was such a small gap. I don't know if he played the pass, it would have got to him. Well, anyway, Mane goes off his head. Mane's screaming, he's yelling. He actually stands there with his hands on his hips like that, giving him the stare. And he stares at him, and he starts looking, and he starts to walk back to the halfway line like, you beaut, Salah. And then Salah's like, Mane, what, mate? And he's like, you beaut, you should have passed me the ball. And then obviously he looks over and then he sees his number. So I think he goes over, and he's like, you subbing me off? What are you subbing me off for? That greedy beaut there should have just passed me the ball, but you're subbing me off. Yeah, good one, Klopp, well done. And Klopp's kind of just stood on the side and going, like giggling to himself. So James Milner sent out a tweet which I thought was hilarious, and he basically said, I don't know what all the fuss was, but on the bench, Sadier's blatantly mad because I didn't get subbed into the game, because Milner just sat there and watched the whole match from the bench, and he sat next to Mane. So they're all trying to calm him down. But I get it. I'd have been going off my head as well if I didn't get the ball past me. I used to play with a lad called Kevin Jones when I was a kid, and me and him had many a word on a football pitch, because I wouldn't pass to him, and he would call me lots of names, and then he wouldn't pass to me, and I'd call him lots of names. So, Super Kev, thinking of you, brother. Yeah, so I understand what was going on with the Mane and Salah situation. But like I said, my whole thing was the Bobby Firmino. I just feel like they don't pass to him enough. I feel like he doesn't get enough goals for the amount of work he does. He's brilliant. Bobby Firmino is the greatest footballer at this club. And again, it kind of flip-flops throughout the course of the season. One minute I think Fabinho's the best player on the planet. Then I think Mane is. Then I think Bobby Firmino is. Then I think Jordan Henderson is. Then I think Trent is. Then I think Robbo is. Then I think you know what I mean? You could just keep picking players in this team. They're all amazing. I was also thinking, how many Man City players would get into this squad? I wouldn't trade the front three. I wouldn't trade the back four. I wouldn't trade the goalkeeper. I'm probably going to say you keep Fabinho, and then you probably just add Kevin De Bruyne and Silva. That's probably it, right? Or you could even put Sterling in there. You're going to probably say two players, aren't you? So I think two players you would take. So we're better in all those other positions for me. So we win the league, don't we, this season? Why don't we? Champions of Europe, why can't we go and win the Premier League? I don't see why we can't. I think if we keep going, I think that game away against City was so huge. We had dickhead bloody Degsy Lovren playing for it, didn't we then? And basically, let's be honest, he lost us that game. And I think there's the reason we lost the league. I think we should have won that game at Man City. We played brilliant. The goal we scored at Man City Stadium, at the Etihad, I was going to call it Main Road then, was just insane. It was absolutely insane. I think it was Bobby Firmino with a diving header. But the build-up, there was like 25 passes before we scored. Breathtaking. So we go into the international break now with 12 points. The only undefeated record in the league. We've also just gone 13 games without a loss. We've won 13 games in the Premier League. The last team to do that was 1990 Liverpool. We are officially the best Liverpool team to ever walk the planet in relation to the way we play, in relation to the amount of wins. Imagine if we go and get 14. That would be boss. They're just breathtaking to watch. And it's only going to get better and better. You know, we haven't even seen Naby Keita really play this season. We didn't see him play last season, let's be honest. And I had tipped Naby Keita to be the best player in the league. I thought he was going to set the league on fire. I thought he was going to be that damn buster in midfielder. So, you know, we got minutes into the likes of Shaqiri, the stranger. He hasn't been around the team since like January of last year, or January of this year, should I say. January of last season, my God. Shaqiri gets in and Ox comes in. So we get legs into midfielders, and then Origi does a little cameo, comes on for the last 5 minutes. Let's be honest, we only ever really want to see Origi when the game's like 2-2 or 1-1, or we're losing 1-0, and then Origi can come on and do his business that way. I don't like him when we're comfortably winning. It doesn't seem to do much for me. So I want him to keep his legendary coming off the bench super sub status. I want him to be that guy, you know, that breaks the blue shites' hearts, that smashes the Barcelona buttes, that does all those magical things from the bench, that scores against Tottenham in the Champions League final to give Liverpool their 6th Champions League and make us champions of Europe for 2019. Yeah, so that's that. We were brilliant. I mean, we Burnley played long balls. We just pinged the ball back to Burnley and said, go ahead, have another go. You're not good enough. You haven't got Jamie Vardy playing up front. You're not going to get past our big grok centre-halves. We're going to lash loads of balls into the box. We're going to throw in loads of combination play. And the second half was kind of like, what time are we going home for the drink? Because we're done, aren't we? This game's over. And that's kind of the feel of the game, and that's kind of the way the game panned out. There was really nothing going on in the second half. I told you, apart from that awesomeness where Bobby just went, yeah, I'm tired of you greedy buttes. Let me have the ball. I'm going to score a goal. Get the ball to Bobby and he'll score. Let's be honest, that song's crap until he scores a goal, because it's just brilliant, and it's like the best song ever. But it's like when he hasn't scored, it's like, what are you singing it for? Anyway, what a brilliant weekend to be a Red. Fantastic stuff. Man United. Man United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you're doing a brilliant job, lad. Keep it up. Your team is shite. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Manchester United, Super Frank Lampard, Chelsea, and Tottenham and Arsenal drew as well. So like for us, it was a boss weekend. Just a shame that City won. But let's be honest, City haven't really played anyone yet. They played Spurs and got a draw, so that's where they dropped their points. So hopefully there's going to be some competition for City other than Liverpool, because we're kind of making this league a La Liga. You know, it's basically Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool versus Manchester City, and then there's a big drop off then between the rest of the teams. So let's hope we can do something this season. I've got confidence this season. I didn't last year. I thought Man City were much the better team. I believe that Liverpool are stronger than Manchester City in every position. Like I said, I would only take 2 of their players to add it. I just think I thought their squad was better last year. I think our squad equals that. Off from free, let's cross everything. Let's touch every piece of wood down the Mersey dock, and let's just hope that they stay healthy throughout the course of the entire season. Because let's be honest, Sergio Aguero is going to get injured. Jesus is going to get injured. Raheem Sterling is going to get injured. De Bruyne is never healthy. So we've got a massive chance this season. Champions League draw was made. We look pretty good in the Champions League. I'm quite happy. Napoli, didn't really want to see them again. But yeah, we'll take it. We got Genk. Who doesn't like a little cheeky trip to Genk? Should beat them. And then we got someone else, maybe Club Bruges. I don't know. But we'll smash them as well. Yeah, so we should be sound in the Champions League. And I'm excited to see the young players playing in the FA Cup and the League Cup. This should be absolutely fantastic. Alright, I've gone on way too long. This has been Dutch. On a day when Liverpool rock up to Burnley, we beat them 3-0. We're awesome. We're fantastic. We are the best team in the land, bar none. And if you don't believe that, well, like the video. Put a cheeky thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to Cop for That on YouTube. And check us out on Facebook. Another cheeky like there would be great. Don't ask for much. Loads of likes on the video. And that's it. Alright, this has been Dutch. This has been Cop for That. Ta-ra for now. Ta-ra. do 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 do. Ginny wanna do 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 do. Ginny wanna do 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 do. Ginny wanna do 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 do. Ginny wanna do. Ta-ra. And you'll never walk alone.